If you've ever served on a church media team, you know the feeling, right? It's Sunday morning, the lights go down, the first chord is played, and your heart is just pounding. You feel like you're one wrong click away from total chaos. Wrong lyrics, a video firing at the wrong time, or, we've all been there, showing the pastor's desktop to the whole church. So in this explainer, we're going to look at a blueprint for turning that Sunday morning stress into a calm, confident, and most importantly, distraction-free worship experience.
You know, this quote is aimed at sound techs, but doesn't it just hit the nail on the head for everybody in the tech booth? Whether you're on slides, lights, or sound. So many of us were just handed a system and told, push this button. You know what to do, but nobody ever really explained the why behind it. And that gap, that little space between the action and the understanding, that's the real source of all that Sunday morning anxiety.
So, how do we fix this? If the problem is a lack of understanding, you might think the answer is better gear or some 5-hour crash course on ProPresenter. But it's not. The very first step is a fundamental shift in your mindset. Before we even touch the hardware, we have to start with the heart. We've got to move from thinking of this as just tech to really understanding that it's a core part of ministry. And this is the concept that changes everything, thinking of your role as the silent preacher. Seriously, what happens on those screens isn't just decoration, it's a vital tool for worship. When the lyrics are clear and on time, people can actually sing out freely. When the sermon points pop up at the perfect moment, it helps keep everyone's focus on God's word. See, you're not just running a computer, you're literally creating an atmosphere that helps people connect with God.
Okay, so once that foundation is set, once you see yourself as a minister, then we can talk about the next pillar, your people. And here's the thing, building a strong media team isn't about finding the most tech-savvy geniuses in your church. It's about equipping willing volunteers with confidence and a real, shared sense of purpose. This is where we start turning those button pushers into true worship leaders.
And training. It doesn't have to be this big, scary, overwhelming thing. You can build an amazing, confident team with a simple path, just like this one. You start with a why, that ministry mindset we just talked about. Then you cover the what, the basics of how a service flows. Then you get into the hands-on practice, the how. And finally, you just keep that momentum going, always looking for ways to grow. It's a journey, you know, not a one-day event.
This right here, this is the heart of a healthy team culture. The goal is not a flawless, perfect production. Let's just be real. Mistakes are going to happen. A lyric will be laid, a slide might be wrong, but the goal is excellence. And that just means serving with intention and with purpose. When a mistake happens, you give grace, you fix it calmly, and you move on. This is a ministry of service, not a performance.
All right, so our mindset is right, our team is getting equipped. Now for the third pillar, the process. This is where we get super practical. We're talking about building the systems, the checklists, the workflows that turn that chaotic Sunday morning scramble into a calm, prepared, confident experience. A good process is what gives your volunteers the freedom to serve with confidence instead of anxiety.
And I mean, just look at the difference here. It is night and day. A reactive Sunday is all about frantically hunting for files, getting hit with last-minute changes, and cringing when you see a typo go live on the screen. But a prepared Sunday? The files are all in one place, the team has already run through the service, everything's been proofread, and communication is crystal clear. It's the same people, but a solid process gives them a totally different and way better experience.
And something as simple as a checklist like this can be the absolute backbone of that calm process. It just breaks the service down into phases and gives every single role clear, repeatable tasks. When the lyric operator knows their job is to check spelling during prep, and the audio tech knows to do a line check during setup, all that guesswork just disappears. And that clarity is what creates a smooth, stress-free service for everyone.
Now we get to the fun part. With the right foundation, the right people, and a solid process locked in, we can finally focus on the craft. All those little professional details that take your media from just functional to truly impactful. These are the simple rules that help the technology become invisible so the focus can stay right where it belongs, on worship.
Okay, sometimes the simplest rules have the biggest impact. Take this one. Never ever have more than 4 lines of lyrics on a single slide. Why? It's simple. It keeps the screen clean, uncluttered, and super easy for everyone in the congregation to read at a glance. A clean slide is a worshipful slide, period. It respects people's attention and helps them focus on the words, not on deciphering a busy screen.
And this is what it looks like in practice. This is the goal. The lyrics are perfectly clear, the background is tasteful, it's not distracting, the technology is just seamlessly serving the moment. The congregation isn't thinking about the screen at all, they're just thinking about the words they're singing. And that right there is a huge win.
Now, if you're a lyric operator, listen closely, because this might be the most important technical skill you can learn. Don't wait until the worship leader sings the last word on the slide. You advance to the next slide on the next to last word. That timing is absolutely critical. It ensures the congregation always has the next line ready in their minds before they have to sing it. It keeps the momentum going and kills that awkward pause where everyone stops singing to see what's next.
And here's just a quick hit list of things to stop doing, like today. Never let the audience see your mouse cursor. Get rid of hymnal directions like repeat 2x. Please, use tasteful, non-distracting backgrounds. Avoid orphans. That's when a single lonely word gets left on a line all by itself. And for goodness sake, keep your fonts and sizes consistent. Just following these simple don'ts will instantly make your visuals look so much more professional.
So, let's bring this all home. We've kind of gone on a journey here, right? From the high-stress tech booth to a place of confident, intentional service. We've seen how just a few key shifts in our mindset, our team, our process, and our craft can totally transform what it means to be a media volunteer. It really boils down to this. When the why, that ministry foundation, is crystal clear, and the who, your team, is equipped and confident, and the how, your process, is prepared and practiced, something really beautiful happens. The technology just disappears. It becomes this invisible tool that helps worship come to the front, which was the whole point all along.
And that leaves us with one final question, a challenge, really, for you to take back to your team. It's a challenge to reevaluate not just what your team does, but who they are. Are they simply operators, just running equipment, or are they empowered and equipped leaders who are using their gifts to visually guide people into a deeper experience of worship? Because the difference is everything.